Zach Gowen had one leg, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the worst Raw ending of all time. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. That is not an overreaction. I've had 8 hours to dwell on this since I've watched this show, and I'm going to stand by it. It was the worst ever ending. I would even argue to a wrestling show, because you know what? It was the flattest thing ever. It was like Shayna Baszler's chest in action. There was nothing happening.
I don't know what that's got to do with Zach Gowen and his one leg.
Well, one limb, it's missing. I mean, this was missing anything. There was no substance. It was just a chicken wing sleeper manoeuvre here for Gunther. It put us to sleep, and by the time you woke up, the show was off the air.
Well, I mean, it's poetic, I guess. Gunther puts us all to sleep, and then the show just finishes. So there you go. He put Jey Uso to sleep. He put us to sleep. We'll check out the Raw ratings later. No doubt that they were shite as well. It's just not a very eventful way to end Monday Night Raw. You know, this used to be the show that was on every Monday, must watch, and you would end it with like The Rock doing something electrifying, or you'd end it with McMahon and Austin, you know, continuing their rivalry. You've got Austin in the middle of the ring, shooting McMahon with the Bang 316 gun. Austin and Tyson. You have Austin dropping Triple H after this big crane, this big, like, massive forklift crane thing, almost killing him, the DX Express exploding. I mean, just thinking all this shit that you've got, all these big, massive debuts, all these big beatdowns, these alliances that are being created. And then you compare it to this, where Gunther has a boring match, a predictable match with Jey Uso, gets him in this, like, I can't even remember, was it a sleeper hold or I think it was some form of sleeper hold, chokes out Jey Uso, and it's literally as soon as he wins, you see the Raw ending logo graphics come on the screen, and that's the end of the show. I mean, really, that was it. That was your whack. Gunther wins. Mid-card Gunther beats mid-card Jey Uso in the main event, and bang, Raw's over, Raw's finished, and we're sitting here thinking, is that it? You sit up 3 hours, 4 a.m. for this? It's not on. It's not acceptable.
It's not
shite.
It's not on.
It's not defensible, man. You can't sit and watch this and go, that was a great... There's going to be people that are saying that was a great ending to Raw. I'd like to know what fucking planet you're living on.
I think it sums up Triple H. I think it sums up this modern wrestling phenomenon where we just like wrestling. It's pathetic. I mean, it's just a match ending. It's a sleeper hold. That's all it is. What's going on?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we get to a point where Triple H just has Raw be a 3 hour fucking Iron Man match.
See if this was like Santino Marella, right, beating John Cena for the WWE title, and they just wanted to end on a shock and fade the black, I could almost half accept it. Nah,
but even then, you would celebrate, man.
No, you would celebrate, but I think it only works if you do like a massive shock. Not just a... I mean, I'm not saying it was so predictable that Gunther was going to win. We kind of might have thought James was going to have done something, but yeah, realistically, it was going to be Gunther twice on Sundays, and that's what happened, and that's the way it is. But Gunther's boring, right? We can say it's the worst ending ever, but would it have been much better if Gunther just stood up, started slapping his nipples, and fucking ended the show?
No, but I mean, surely the commentary team need to try and put him over and put over the fact that he's in the final, and I mean, it's a bit awkward because he's in the final, but the guy that he's in the final against is on SmackDown, therefore you can't even have like a face-to-face, or you can't have the SmackDown guy come out on the ramp and stare down Gunther. We don't even know who the SmackDown guy is yet. It's just a mess. It's a horrible way to end the show. And I know some people are going, oh, it was a great main event. Was it really? Was it fucking really? I mean, it was a boring match. A very, extremely boring match.
And apparently they wanted it to go longer. Apparently it was cut short.
I thought that, to be honest. Like, I was surprised how short it was.
Yeah, it was short, but I mean, again, it's 15 minutes. 15 minutes back in the day.
Yeah, too long for me, but I mean, I still thought it was short by WWE standards.
No, it was, absolutely. But
I refuse to believe you've got Becky Lynch, who, this title reign is shocking, by the way, and then you've got Damian Priest. Is this really the way you end Raw? With Gunther and Jey Uso? I mean, Jey Uso can call himself main event Jey Uso, but if you're simply jobbing out in every main event match you get, then are you really main event? Look at Raw. There's not a fucking star on it.
It's a semi-final of a King of the Ring tournament, man. It's not the final. I know that'd be more safe for the pay-per-view, but come on. It's a fucking throwaway match. It's pish. It's unacceptable, and it's just people settle for this. And who's actually calling it out? I haven't seen anything on Twitter about this. They're probably all praising, oh, Triple H is cooking. His big nose is stirring the pot. Aye, well done to him anyway.
Is that really how you end a Raw, though? A semi-final match, and then you just go off the air with Gunther being awarded the win?
No.
I mean, I could not imagine Raw in the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era ending with a semi-final match, and that's it going off the air.
Yeah, because more often than not, right? See, when wrestling was good, the people that were in the King of the Ring tournament weren't even the top guys. Nowhere near the top guys, really.
But now you're in a situation where Jey Uso and Gunther kind of are top guys, even though they're not. They kind of are the top guys on Raw, because there is no top guys on Raw. So you've got a situation where they are kind of the main eventers, but they're not really main eventers. They're just kind of propped into that position because the roster fucking sucks. I mean, you've got Drew McIntyre not doing anything. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. You've got Damian Priest, who just feels like he's punching above his weight by being world champion. CM Punk nowhere to be seen the last 2 weeks. Seth Rollins out injured. I mean, the Raw main event scene's been devastated. You've got Braun Strowman, who you could treat as a main eventer, but you're too busy having him run around the ring chasing JD fucking McDonough, really? Is that how you're going to make the Monster Among Men a big deal, having him chase around Bobblehead? I mean, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
What are we doing? But let's go to the start, right? We've talked a lot about the end, a lot about the start. You have to get to the end, you have to start, alright? And we've got Sami saying...
Probably the best thing on the show.
Probably was, but again, I don't know, it just felt too long.
Now, I mean, they've got the Alpha Academy thing going. I want to see Kurt Angle come back and get into the mix. If Kurt Angle's so impressed with Chad Gable, if he says that Chad Gable has surpassed him, then why doesn't Angle come back and try and cement Chad Gable, try and actually put the guy over, try and help the guy? Why doesn't Angle be the manager of the Alpha Academy and Chad Gable can try and focus on the wrestling aspect and try and win a title or something like that?
Here.
You know, I think Alpha Academy's decent, right? I would say right now they're probably my favourite faction in WWE because I just think the Judgment Day are so fucking boring, and the Bloodline are not the Bloodline anymore. You know, it's a second B-rate Samoan family, so I don't give a shit about that. I'd say the Alpha Academy is probably the best faction in wrestling right now, but how much better would it be if I just added in Kurt Angle?
It'd be a million times
That's all
better.
I'm asking. Kurt Angle.
Kurt's still on the painkillers, the meds, man, coming up with things like that. I think Chad Gable's decent. I think he's good. But he's nothing like Kurt Angle.
Are you telling me Kurt couldn't get in the ring and throw the odd angle slam when someone's not looking? When the referee's not looking?
I know he got double leg replacement.
Alright, an ankle lock then.
A nugget lock?
I'm not asking for Kurt to climb onto the rafters and do a moonsault, like, but I mean, surely he could come back and...
I wouldn't mind him doing that.
I mean, it'd be good. I know, but I just think, I mean, I like Chad Gable, but I see if you just give Kurt Angle to Chad Gable as his manager. To me, he goes for a guy that's alright to a guy that I'd be like, put the fucking belt on him.
Aye.
And have Angle carry it.
Yeah, why not? Kurt Angle.
Angle can carry the world title, and Chad Gable can carry Kurt Angle's jockstrap. There you go, boom.
There you go.
That's it. That's a fair trade.
It's painkillers.
Anyway, well, I don't know if he can carry them. That's a big bag. But Sami Zayn comes out and, you know, he cuts us off with a very generic, or starts us off, sorry, with a very generic promo. Ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. 5 days away, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. The guy that was never going to go, but then he sold it for the money. Yep, that guy there. Talks about the triple threat match. He's got issues with Chad Gable, blah, blah, blah. Says that he's not happy that Chad German suplexed him in front of his wife and in front of his 78-year-old father. I mean, get over it. You know, it's fucking wrestling at the end of the day. You're not the first guy to have a move or get beat up in front of his family, so... I mean, JR literally got battered every time we went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, Chad Gable needs to get over it. He does, and so is Sami Zayn. I'm kind of over this feud, to be honest. Like, Bronson Reed, where is he? He's backstage after it, looking at Sami Zayn. And by the way, how small is Bronson Reed? I know that's for later on, but what's going on? This guy losing like a foot every week.
I agree. Gable comes out and he basically counters what Sami's saying. He basically gives himself the credit, saying that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have beat Gunther at WrestleMania. I'm the one that coached you. Now, Chad Gable wants that Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn wants the Alpha Academy to break away for Gable because he's not treating them correctly. Gable tells Sami, "You don't speak to them, I speak to them." So, yeah, that was pretty much it. And Gable and Sami Zayn are going to meet right here, right now, in a one-on-one match, even though we've already seen them face each other. During the match, there was multiple opportunities for Gable's crew, I guess, the Alpha Academy, to attack Sami Zayn. They didn't do it. Maxine didn't do it.
It doesn't feel natural, though. It feels very scripted. It's like, right, Tasawa's going to go first. Then it's going to be Maxine. Then it's going to be... See, back when wrestling was good, it felt authentic. It felt fucking real. You just felt like they were all waiting on their cue here.
It's your turn,
like,
buddy.
See, each time we come back from the break, you're up. It felt like a children's fucking play, and it shouldn't feel like that.
Yeah, so none of them are doing it, and they basically get ordered to the back. But then I guess Otis has a change of heart, and he decides to clothesline Sami Zayn from behind. Gable then connects with the Chaos Theory, picks up the victory. 1, 2, 3, and that was it. There you go. We have Chad Gable beating Sami Zayn. Correct decision, in my opinion. Predicted this. I said this would happen. It would either be a DQ, like a double DQ with what's your man coming out, or Gable winning thanks to the Alpha Academy. I think you said Alpha Academy would turn face. Haha, no chance there. I got my prediction right.
They could at the pay-per-view, is what I said.
No, they didn't. Right. Anyway, there you go, boom.
Io Sky promo.
Not that I win any money, but I was right here.
Io Sky promo. I will be Queen of the Week.
Unfortunately, we didn't see this feed cut out, so can't really comment on it.
And we didn't see the next thing.
But apparently you get everything on YouTube, but this wasn't on it, so there you go. That's my thoughts on that.
The feed cut
could have been a great promo, but we'll never know.
Right, take that back.
No, I think I would go as far.
Nakamura.
I would go as far as saying Nakamura's cut some of the best promos I've seen in the past year.
And but this is Io Sky. Can't just
but
the same brush.
But he can't speak English just like her.
He can't speak English.
Oh, not very good at it, is he?
Me no
speak English. Oh, Cody, your father is inbred. He did. I mean, what the fuck is this shit, really? Anyway, I could just listen to Nakamura bash Dusty Rhodes every week, to be honest, but...
Cruz del Toro is on the deck. Rey Mysterio tells Adam Pearce to fix this. Was he talking about his lawnmower, or was he talking about the Mexican on the floor?
What the hell? I don't understand what's happening here. A load of shite, really. But back to Io Sky. I would put Nakamura as Io Sky's manager.
Right, I think you need to drop this.
No, I would.
So you'd put him in Damage Control?
No, I'd take her out of Damage Control and I'd have Nakamura be the manager. And have him be...
From Damage Control to Sushi Patrol?
I would. No, Nakamura, what a guy. But you know what? Like, a Japanese person, I don't think you want an English person speaking for them.
Yeah, it's like Yokozuna had Mr. Fuji. I know he wasn't Japanese, but...
Close enough, you know what I mean?
Samoan, not really.
Hold on here. Yokozuna was portrayed as a Japanese man.
No, he was, but he was Samoan.
It doesn't matter, though.
But he didn't look Japanese, that's all I'm saying.
He looks like he ate a fucking few Samoans, to be honest.
He did. Braun Breaker.
Yeah, the bloodline, Jesus
Braun
Christ.
Breaker!
Maybe that's why Roman Reigns is gone. Yokozuna ate him.
Braun Breaker.
Maybe ate the Rock's arms as well, size his fucking legs.
I'm going to break you. Braun Breaker defeats Kale Dixon. Right?
I don't. Yeah, you know, so he beats Kale Dixon, or Kale Dix, fucking whatever this, Daryl Dixon, who cares? So he beats him easy.
I never killed that Korean kid.
He beats him easy, then does that spot with the steel chair onto the steel steps. Bang, bang, bang. The guy's concussed or whatever. Head's completely shattered. Brain's done. And then we get an ambulance scene. And you're thinking, right, hold on here. Are they really wasting an ambulance scene and like a steel chair shot on this Kale Dixon guy? Just because Braun Breaker's angry that he didn't get put in the King of the Ring? It seems too far. And I know people will say, oh, you're overthinking this. But it just doesn't seem legit that Braun Breaker is acting like this because he wasn't put in the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the times, right, where there's been a heated rivalry in WWE that would have called for somebody getting stuck in an ambulance and we haven't had it. Or would have called for somebody getting a steel chair shot to the head and we haven't had it.
Is there not someone that wants time off, though, in WWE, or needs time off for surgery that would have took this spot who's actually relevant to some degree?
No, I just think it's a dumb spot. No, why is Braun Breaker trying to kill a kid? Just because he didn't get in the King of the Ring tournament? Doesn't make any sense.
But at least, it doesn't make any sense.
No, what could have happened? You could have had, this kid could have been you could have had two bums, like a Ricochet or something, fighting in the ring, and Braun Breaker could have just came out and attacked them both, boom. and laid them out with a couple of spears. I don't think you needed Braun Breaker to send some fucking jobber in an ambulance because he's angry about the King of the Ring. I just think it's crazy that you've had all these feuds that required an ambulance or required a massive headshot and we never got it. But then you're going to waste it on this? Kale Dixon?
But see, why is Braun Breaker not in the King of the Ring, but Lyra Valkyria is in Queen of the Ring? Two people for NXT.
I wanted to protect you.
I wanted to protect you.
Braun Breaker's been on the main roster longer than her.
Braun Breaker was on the main roster 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Taking on Dolph Ziggler.
I'm here to show the world, yeah. Anyway, let's get into the next. Adam Pearce is angry with Braun Breaker. He's scolding Braun Breaker. Breaker says Pearce can't control him. And this is all Pearce's fault because he didn't put Breaker in the King of the Ring tournament. There you go. I mean, Adam Pearce piped in, or you will get broken by Breaker.
Nah, you will get broken by him, but I mean, Adam Pearce is boring. He tries to show a bit of charisma. Here, takes off his fucking glasses, thinks he's The Rock. Put them back on.
Put those glasses back on.
Read your P45 and piss off.
Up next, third match of the night. Semi-final, Queen of the Ring tournament. Io Sky with Damage Control, who I didn't really see at ringside, to be honest, taking on Lyra Valkyria. So, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention. I didn't really see Damage Control at ringside. Did they get sent away or something? I'm not too sure.
Again, well, Asuka's injured, so I'm pretty sure they weren't there.
Yeah, well, I mean, Wrestle Headline says they were there.
They weren't, no, because they were in a tag team match later on that night.
Oh, so they can't do double duty?
They can, but Triple H is a one and done sort of guy.
Yeah, anyway, there you go. Lyra Valkyria wins.
We predicted Io Sky, but I'm not surprised Lyra Valkyria won. Because she's going to be taking on...
What did you think of the match?
Bianca Belair. I thought the match was alright. I've no real complaint.
Complaints, no, buddy.
Yo, they can both work. I'm not going to pretend I care about it, though. I need characters. They're two boring bastards. It's like the most generic Irish woman, the most generic Japanese woman.
Right, well, my thoughts on... I didn't really see the match, not going to lie here, so I can't comment too much on it, but I think it's the wrong winner. Yeah, Lyra Valkyria...
You need to book the new people, man.
Yeah, just having that winning matches, that's booking them.
Well, it makes no sense to beat her.
Yeah, so you're saying Dragunov should have won this whole thing then? Because he's just up.
I think he should have beat Jey Uso, yeah. Jey Uso's fucking pish.
No, but they're just nobodies coming up from NXT.
Braun Breaker should have won this tournament.
Well, I think there's more to Braun Breaker than there is to Dragunov, right? But my point is, you just can't bring these people up for NXT and have them win a few matches and pretend that they're main eventers. It doesn't work that way.
Why, but just fucking burying them to a pulp does. The LA Knight guy can't buy a win. Solo Sikoa can't buy a win. Solo Sikoa can't buy a win. They're still booking him as a main eventer. So why can't you give them wins and book them as a main eventer? We need something.
It takes more than wins and losses though to become a main eventer, right? Wins are important, but I guarantee you, Lyra Valkyria would benefit from like promos and vignettes and just better booking than she would winning matches.
Obviously, but
look at the way she won. She won by a fluke. Really, she won by a quick roll-up. Therefore, she could have lost to a similar faction. She could have lost to outside interference, and it wouldn't have hurt her at all. But you're just calling her up from NXT and expecting people to give a shit. I mean, we don't. At least Carmelo Hayes, I think, out of all the call-ups, I think he's the one that's had the best success so far because he's actually had little backstage interactions. They've gave him little promos. He's probably had the most mic time. Plus, he does have that. He's just got that natural charisma and he just comes across like a star.
But again, I don't think Randy Orton should be beating him. I think he should be getting a heel victory over Orton.
No, why can't Carmelo Hayes, I don't know, go for a springboard and Orton's got him covered or something with RKO and then Carmelo Hayes just mid-springboard goes, nah, fuck this and walks off.
Yeah,
takes a count-out loss. See, you used to get that back in the day, right? You used to get heels be like, nah, not tonight. But see now, it's almost like, oh no, there's no such thing as a heel. It's all about the wrestling. It's all about the winning and losing. Like, see, back in the day, heels wouldn't really care if they lost by count out. They'd be like, ah, well. When was the last time you seen a heel walk away and just give up the victory?
I feel like a decade
ago. Now, I know you could argue that Carmelo Hayes, well, why would he walk away for a King of the Ring match? But if he thinks he's beat, then
may as well.
You know, it's better to lose by DQ than
it is to... They are the three most deadliest letters in all of entertainment.
You know, there's loads of ways for somebody to not advance without getting pinned in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I don't think Lyra Valkyria... she's not over. Nobody cares.
Yeah, neither's Io Sky.
No, she's not.
If this was Lyra Valkyria, right, against somebody actually good... And I'm not saying...
Are you saying that are you saying that Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria are on the same level right now? Do you genuinely believe that?
Io Sky's a bit above her, but here, she's just up for the main roster. That's to be expected. I'm not delusional. But it makes no sense for me for Io Sky to win. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Yeah, but look,
just had her run.
But we've seen people. It doesn't matter how long you're in the main.
No, also you got better. If Io Sky wins, it probably means that she's taking on.
Bianca Belair.
Yeah, and we've seen that. But you want something fresh?
What, like Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax?
No, against Bianca Belair.
Right, well, we'll see. I thought the wrong person won, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to cry about it.
I think you've just spent 5 minutes greeting him.
Let's move on. Up next, we have R-Truth.
He lights up a cigarette. Oh, wait, no, it's no 2011.
It's a shite 2024
Shite
era.
doesn't burn, so he can't light up.
Do you want to explain what happened in this wee segment?
We are Truth. So essentially, he's having a wee conversation here with the New Catch Republic, and he's like, the Miz, what are you doing? You need to focus on tonight's main event. Judgment Day are getting pally with Carlito. And then Truth tells Miz that Andre the Giant will have their back tonight. Who's he referring to?
Assuming that the big retard Braun Strowman. I didn't actually see this. The stream I was watching it on didn't show this for some reason. So I don't know. The stream I was watching on seemed to cut a lot of shit out. I'm going to need to make sure that I watch it properly next week because
you'll be there 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. I was there. You weren't. Need to tune in more. But here, I'll tell you what. R-Truth continuing to be the man. He's funny. I like R-Truth. Although
maybe I'd find him funny if I actually got to see what he done.
What can he do?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
No, but what can he do when he's talking to the New Catch Republic?
I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, what chance has he got?
Yeah.
That's like sending him into a war with an empty gun.
That's like spawning on the Titanic as it's on the seabed. What fucking chance you got? You're dead.
We need a life jacket.
No, I don't know, but if you're on the bottom of the sea, there's life jacket and a jacket. Good night.
Yeah, probably be on you like so.
Anyway, Dragunov gives his predictions for the main event up next.
I'm frustrated. There's no shame in losing to what they call the main event Jey Uso, but Gunther, he's a tough boy. Bar really high. Me not so much, because I'm midget, but yeah.
No, I think...
What do you mean there's no shame? The guy should be hurt. The guy should be upset.
He's just...
there's no shame in losing.
He's just boring. Then Ricochet's like, here, don't get it twisted, mate.
I'm the speed champ.
We set it up. We set the bar really high a couple of weeks ago. How pathetic is this? Ricochet goes out at the earliest possible round, and he's talking about how he set a really good stand-up a couple of weeks ago. What? What?
No, but you're led to believe that it is better to have what is deemed a banger in the first round than make it to the final.
Yeah.
Ricochet's bragging about, here, I might be a loser. I got knocked out in the first round, but me and you had a good match. Who gives a fuck? It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
See, Austin could have decided at WrestleMania 17 not to side with McMahon, and he could have lost to The Rock fair and square, and he could have come out the next night and went, you know what, I wanted to win the title in my home crowd, but you know what, it doesn't matter, Rock, because me and you had a good match last night.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way, right?
It's pathetic is what it is, but...
We've went from winning meaning everything to the only thing that matters is having a decent wrestling match.
No, yeah, it's right though. It's like, see, back in the day, you can put on good matches, but see the night after, they didn't really talk about how good the match was. It was about who won and who lost.
Who won and who lost. And...
They might have went, yeah, we put on one hell of a match, kid, but here, only guy that came out on top sort of thing.
Yeah, but you know what? They would only genuinely say we put on a hell of a match when they actually legitimately put on a hell of a match. Nowadays, that's all you get. Like Raw and SmackDown. Oh, there was 3 amazing matches. No, there wasn't. See this Ricochet Dragunov? I've forgotten about it already.
Yeah, fuck aye.
See if Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels want to say to each other, see at WrestleMania 21, we put on a hell... I'll be like, aye, you fucking did. But these two guys, not so much.
You see, you put a gun to my head and said, did this match even exist? That'd be fucking bricking the answer. But anyway...
Even real?
Braun Breaker hits a bricky, a spear through Ricochet, through a production case. Good night.
On the Speed Champion. What do you make of that Speed show that I haven't watched? Yeah.
Fucking horrendous. Oh, just like The Rock. They made me a show. Aye, yep. Move on.
Imagine Ricochet trying to compare himself to The Rock. They made The Rock got SmackDown and I got Speed.
SmackDown's went 25 years.
Speed will be gone by the end of the year. Probably gone already.
I don't know. It's, yeah.
Probably cancelled. Anyway, Finn Balor then speaks with Damian Priest. We've got the Judgment Day backstage. They're in the clubhouse. Priest heard what Carlito did to Cruz del Toro. And the LWO is going to be looking for Carlito now. And Priest says that the Judgment Day is not the APA. And God damn it, don't we know that?
Yeah, of course.
We're well aware. You do not need to tell us that.
It's the delivery, though. It's actually a good line for Priest.
Yeah, the fairball's no bad, but the delivery of it's just absolutely sucks.
No, it does. Like, actually, but then it got no pop for the crowd, which didn't help him. But again, like, it's the APA. Like, yeah, they make the odd appearance, but they split up in 2004, but weren't real. Their peak was like late 90s, early 2000s. It wasn't 2004 they were done. JBL looked like Bradshaw.
Down.
I mean, it's 20 years since they've been a fucking tag team, folks.
But they're still relevant. Who's going to be talking about DIY in 20 years? Absolutely fucking nobody. Anyway, Dominic Mysterio says, "But come on, Priest. He done us a good turn. He done one for us. You know, he's helping us." And Priest says, "Yeah, so that's why we'll buy that buys your protection this week. But what about next week?" He tells Carlito that you've got to earn your keep. And then Balor basically says to him, "Yeah, you're doing a good job here. Yeah, but now you're the world champion." But Balor also makes a hint that he wanted Priest to be his tag team partner tonight, and not JD McDonough. And I mean, can he really blame Balor for that? Probably not.
No, absolutely not. But again, it's like, why is he so against Carlito being in the group, but came with open arms for JD McDonough? The guy's a fucking jobber.
To be honest, like, if you were paying attention, he didn't want him in it either.
No, he didn't. But I mean, come on, Carlito's fucking Carlito. JD McDonough's bobblehead.
I spit in the face of people who don't want me in Judgment Day. But no, Finn Balor wants Priest to be... And see if you want to bring... Realistically, if you want to bring more gold back to Judgment Day, shouldn't Priest be like, "Here, sit this one out, bobblehead. I'll take it tonight."
It's funny how Damian Priest pulls off eyeliner better than fucking Shayna Baszler, isn't it? Don't know how he does it, but he does it, damn it.
He's much more attractive than Shayna Baszler, that is for sure. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark then run into Sonya Deville backstage. Sonya Deville is back, I guess, after 9 months. Baszler says she wants nothing to do with Sonya, and she's not buying anything that she's selling. Worthless little backstage.
Imagine returning to this. Is this her trying to set up a butch gang or something? A lesbian gang?
Yeah, I don't know, but fucking just...
It's just shite, isn't it? Up next, Gunther.
10 months ago, I buried Jey Uso, but now he's hot. Hottest thing on Monday Night Raw. My nipples are erect. Jey Uso.
Alright, so the ring's going to be sacred tonight, apparently. Gunther says that he's going to go on. He's going to make it to the final. King Gunther.
This guy's a fucking bum, right? I'm not having... why do you guys only put him in wherever the fuck we put... This guy, it's the same pish every week.
The ring is sacred.
Aye, sacred? Well, no, what is... That can't be a gimmick, man. The ring's not sacred.
What's the... No, seriously, right? What is the difference between, like, Gunther and Vladimir Kozlov? I'll tell you one difference. Vladimir Kozlov got to work with Triple H and Jeff Hardy.
Aye.
No, but why is Gunther so much better than Vladimir Kozlov?
He's not. But see, Gunther's gimmick is, right, that he's just a wrestler.
Remember Kozlov had that comedy shit with Santino as well?
Yeah, but like Rusev came out in a tank. They need to go into this Eastern European shit with Gunther.
Well, hold on, he's for Germany, mate. Austria. He's hardly Eastern European.
That's near enough. That's bordering. If he's in East Germany, he's Eastern Europe. You know, but he's like fucking Russian, you know.
Well, Gunther. That's true, actually. If you're going to argue that everything east to East Germany is Eastern European, then that would make Austria Eastern European, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that's my point. You know, you need to play into that European heel gimmick, man. He's not French, he's not Spanish, he's German. Play into it. Play into the fact he's proud and he wants to come out with all this. His gimmick can't be the ring is sacred. It can't be. I mean, he's been on the main roster now, what, like 4 years?
Well, you know what? Maybe McMahon planned to do that shit, because he did give him the Gunther German Battleship name.
Battleship? Fucking Commandant, mate.
Whatever it was. Anyway.
Battleship? What battleship's called Gunther?
I thought there was one.
The Navy SEALs are sacred.
But the point is, maybe McMahon had visions. Maybe McMahon wanted to do some sort of, you know, Nazi shite with him. But obviously, it's 2024. We can't be doing that. Wrestling. Can't do anything cool in wrestling. Fuck no. The only thing you can do is get in the ring and wrestle, guys.
Well, people greeting that they wanted Mohammed Hassan to be behind the 9/11 terror attacks. That was actually in the script.
That would have been great.
I know.
But no.
You're a bit excited for that. Yes. 9/11.
Anyway, next match, Awesome Truth versus the Judgment Day. Judgment Day They've got the numbers advantage. Are they going to become the new champions? No, because we hear roar! Braun Strowman's music comes out. He throws Carlito into the ringside barrier. Then he chases McDonagh around the ring. McDonagh runs into the ring. Eats the attitude adjustment for R-Truth. 1, 2, 3. And R-Truth, thanks to an assist from John Cena, I guess. And Braun Strowman pick up the win and retain their tag team titles. So, yeah, we had that. Then backstage, see Becky Lynch congratulating Lyra Valkyria. And then she walks like 2 seconds down the corridor. And we have Liv Morgan standing there. And she sucker punches Lyra Valkyria. So, didn't really see the point of this. Why are Becky and Liv Morgan in such close proximity of each other when they're supposedly hating each other? I don't really get that, but whatever. Bronson Reed then looked at Sami Zayn. He says, "Look into my eyes." And, I'm going to be the new champ. Just boring here for Bronson Reed. Then we got Otis trying to apologise to Sami Zayn. And Sami basically said, "Look, I've been in this position. I've been in your shoes before, buddy. You got to stop listening to him." Obviously bringing up his time in the Judgment Day. Thing is, though, it took Sami Zayn a long, long time to break out of that shit, so you can't really expect Otis just to walk away after a few weeks or months. So.
No, you can't, but again, it's just, what are we doing here? I feel like we're just repeating the same old thing. It's like, Otis, when's this turn coming? Is it going to come at the pay-per-view? And Sami Zayn, I don't know, he just comes across a whiny bitch, as you touched upon earlier. "Oh, you beat me out in front of my family." Sami Zayn, I hope he loses the belt. I really hope he does.
I'd give it to Chad Gable, man. I think the time is now. But I also think that with WWE, you're guaranteed like a minimum 7-8 month title reign. So it's like
also on Bronson Reed, right? The guy sucks because he's supposed to be this monster, and he's got like the most generic Australian accent of all time, or New Zealand, wherever he's from. It just doesn't work.
He just doesn't look like a big physical monster imposing guy. He just looks like a fatty.
He looks like he's been squished in one of those compression machines, hydraulic presses.
He just looks like some guy that was manufactured to be scoop slammed by Hogan, followed by a leg drop.
Even then, though, he's far too small for that.
True.
Like a 2020 Hogan that's like 5'11".
I mean, this guy's nose would probably be poking Hulk Hogan in the belly button.
No.
He's that small.
What you doing down there, brother?
So, let's move on. Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, horrible promo. I think I'm not going to say Becky Lynch has never cut good promos, right? But she has. But for me, I think that she's either pretty good or really fucking awful.
Yeah, and this was
and I thought this was
towards pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, there's a reason she's called Cringy Lynch. And I'm not going to say she's never cut a good promo. She has at times, and she has felt like the man at times. But this is not one of those times. This title reign, it feels dead. I'd actually be shocked if she beats Liv Morgan. Maybe we'll get this odd transitional championship reign that we haven't really had under the Triple H era. But yeah, Liv Morgan comes out, threatens to get in the ring, then doesn't get in the ring and says that basically at Saudi Arabia she's going to complete the Liv Morgan revenge tour. So will it be completed? Who knows?
There's just like no compassion, not compassion, like passion in Liv Morgan's. It's like, you guys have been up Becky Lynch's ass. I need a bit more. It's mid-Morgan every day of the week.
Yeah, then we go back into the Judgment Day's clubhouse. Damien is pissed. He told Carlito that he needs to earn his keep. Dom once again defends Carlito by saying JD is the one who was supposed to handle Braun Strowman. Come on, Dom. How the fuck is JD going to handle Braun Strowman?
You need, like, all of them?
Then Priest tells JD to go into Adam Pearce's office and make it official. Have a match next week with Braun Strowman. How's that going to go for JD? Not very well. Finn Balor backs up Damien and he says, "Yeah, JD, you gotta go and talk to the Pierce man there, Scrap Daddy." Anyway, it's next week.
How much more interesting though would it be if, we've got to go speak to Bischoff, or we've got to go speak to Heyman, or we've got to go speak to fucking anybody that ain't Adam Pearce?
Up next, we had Xavier Woods being told that he's medically cleared to compete, and then Karrion Kross came and says, "Time works in magical ways," and walks off. What the fuck is this?
I hate this guy.
Karrion Kross, man.
We need to
Jesus
wrap
Christ.
this Times of Sand gimmick right up.
Yeah, fifth match, Katana Chance and Caden Carter versus Damage Control versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile. Is what it is, 8 women that aren't very good. in a fatal 4-way tag team match. Sloppy shit. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark win. Nobody's really surprised here. Can't even remember who the tag team champs
Why
are.
can't this match be on a live event? I said it, man. Why are you having actual King of the Ring matches on live events, but this match makes it to TV? At least it would actually add a bit of importance to the live event. No one wants to see this on TV. It's an awful match.
Yeah, then we got Kayla Braxton backstage with Ludwig Kaiser, and he's talking about his Gunther overlooking Jey Uso. Didn't see it.
Yeah, didn't see it. We're not going to talk about it. I mean, who cares? Ludwig Kaiser's a guy I would absolutely release. He serves no purpose. Gunther does not need him. Didn't need the other guy. I mean, we don't need a second or third guy to back up Gunther's claim that the ring is sacred. It's bad enough with one guy saying it. All right.
I like it when you got managers. I don't like wrestlers acting as a manager.
Yeah.
I like to have actual managers or valets as the manager. See if Gunther needs a manager, by all means get him one. By all means have somebody do the talking for him. But can we at least have a manager and not Ludwig fucking Kaiser?
Yeah,
It just doesn't make sense to me.
And that's the problem though, because Ludwig Kaiser is just going to be under this guy's wing, under his thumb pretty much, doing nothing. Just a waste. Look at the amount of producers they've got, like people for the Ruthless Aggression era and Attitude era. Can one of them not do a job?
Yeah, we seen Chad Gable talking with the Creed brothers. Could the Creed brothers be going into the Alpha Academy? I mean, I think they would suit it from a standpoint they're boring.
Yes.
And they just kind of... The Alpha Academy, if it's an academy based on pure wrestling ability, then...
It makes sense.
Yeah, because these guys don't really have anything else other than their wrestling ability, so I could see it happening. We then got Drew McIntyre cutting a promo. It was a decent promo. He buried Damian Priest, which he seems to do pretty well every week. Says that he's playing chess, while Damian Priest is just a guy playing with his guy liner. So there you go.
Good line for Drew McIntyre, but that's it. That's
Says
him going.
says that he's spreading himself a little too thin, and it kind of reminds him of Seth Rollins, and look how that happened when Seth Rollins spread himself thin at WrestleMania. So, I mean, it was a decent promo for Drew McIntyre, but let's not kid ourselves, it lasted like a minute and a half, and it was a one and done, and I mean, Drew is essentially kind of talking to himself, because he's not really interacting with anybody. Then we got a Jey Uso promo, saying that tonight, it's time, it's the main event time, it's Jey Uso, yeet, all that shite. And then, main event, Jey Uso versus Gunther, here we go, main event match, spot in the final, the King of the Ring up for grabs. Gunther makes Jey pass out with the sleeper hold and the wrist lock combination. Just a boring looking finish on it, sums up
Jey Uso
perfectly.
can't work, man. It seems like every match the guy does just sucks. If you can't have a good match with your twin, what are you doing? And I also blame Jimmy Uso on that, but it's just boring, man. Awful way to end the show. It's like, no wonder the third hour drops off. Because why would you want to stay up and watch this shit?
You know what? Sometimes there's no shame in accepting that we are a great tag team. And we are better as a tag team than we are as individuals.
Yeah. Absolutely. But, again, I mean...
Now, there's some people that maybe... Like, seeing you look at the Dudleys, I'm not being unfair here, but I think Bully Ray was capable of having a great run on his own. I just don't think Devon was up to that sort of level.
No. Reverend Devon was good, but it was never going to be main event level.
Whereas we've seen with Bully Ray, the
But
guy...
he did beat Triple H.
He did beat, not many people do that.
Please call my name.
Some people are just better suited to being in tag teams, and I think that could be Jimmy and Jey Uso. There's speculation that Jimmy's going to come back and he's going to help Jey or whatever, and they could maybe have the Usos versus the Tongas. See if they do that. To me, that's them effectively saying that neither Jimmy nor Jey will ever be anything in WWE as singles guys. If they're going to pull the plug on this Jey Uso singles run so quickly, then your time's probably done.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. But again, I mean, they're old. The Usos are getting on in age. Been around for, like, what, 15 years?
Yeah, not young anymore. Anyway, this show has been getting on. This review has been getting on. I believe it's time to give a rating.
And I'm going to give it a... I mean, I think it is the worst ending in Raw history, honestly. Like, some have been bad, but this is dead. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10?
Aye.
You know what? I'll agree with you, but I think it's generous, man. I thought this shit was fucking awful.
So you want to give it a 1? I would
I
give it a
actually
1.
I do. I'm giving it a 1. You're
Yeah,
giving it a 2. I'm
No,
giving
I'll
it
give
a
it
1.
I'll give it a 1.
But there you go, guys. 1 out of 10. Yeah, it was like a 40 odd minute review. Don't say we're not good to you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.